You're looking right at it. Yes, I'm primarily a horror channel, but I also talk about 80s movies. And you really can't talk about the 80s unless you talk about Dirty Dancing. I was going to review E.T. tonight, but I know a little bit more about Dirty Dancing. So today, let's talk about Dirty Dancing on the 80s archives, folks. This is the 2-pack edition collection. It also has Dirty Dancing Havana Nights on it, which I have yet to watch, although I hear Patrick Swayze has a small part in it. There is all your features if you want to look at those up close. Sorry about the lighting. I'm in one of those moods where I just needed some common stuff to watch, and why not watch a good love story like Dirty Dancing? Now, I know many of you have seen Dirty Dancing, but for those of you young people out there that have not seen Dirty Dancing and you like 80s movies and you're getting into 80s movies, this is a must watch. This is also a special request from a viewer. So what you have here is you have this well-to-do family. They go to this like a cabin slash summer rental for a month or two. And what they do is they go there every now and again just to kind of get away from it all. The dad's a doctor. He has 2 daughters, of course. You know the most famous one, which is Baby. And Baby's, of course, played by Jennifer Grey. And they arrive at this location for their basically their summer getaway, just to kind of have a little bit of fun before, Baby works for the Peace Corps. Her sister is an avid singer and a shoe collector. Her father, like I said, is a well-to-do doctor who happens to know the runner and the owner of the festivities that they go to. And along the way, they're having dinner and everything, and they're doing a little bit of the silly outings that they're used to, when there is a group of dancers that show up. They are the summer workers. They are the dancers, which happens to be ran by Patrick Swayze and his group. And, of course, they party on the side a little bit. They have little gatherings and stuff while everybody's away. And there's an additional dancer that he's very good friends with named Penny. Well, Penny's not necessarily his lover or his girlfriend, but everybody thinks so. They just happen to be really good friends. And she is like his accomplice in the dancing. And Penny ends up getting hurt. And you'll have to watch the film to see how she gets hurt. So she needs a stand-in. And Jennifer Grey offers her assistance and has to learn how to basically do the dirty dancing. But not necessarily the dirty dancing, more like the merengue. Certain dances that you would do that are formal dances. It's really not dirty, to be honest with you. Some of the stuff that they do, nowadays would blow away some of that dirty dancing, I assure you. But the premise of the film is she has to stand in and do these dances with Patrick Swayze, known as Johnny Castle, who essentially what they have to do is they have to perform at the event's closing nights. And in between that and the event, they fall in love. Things start to happen. There's drama with some of the people on the outside. There's drama with her sister. There's an asshole who's a busboy, who's just a jerk, and he's messing with them as well. The owner of the club, they don't trust Johnny or the boys. They think that they're there just to steal and just to flirt with all the ladies. And of course, that's not true. Maybe a little bit true, but not in this particular case. So the plot of the film is they have to learn to do these dances in a set amount of time. And of course, this comes up with one of the most iconic musical soundtracks of all time. With She's Like the Wind. And I don't know, it's just a crazy soundtrack, a lot of 50s. Now, the film takes place in the early days, like in the 50s or 60s, so you're hearing a lot of older classic music along the way too, like just a little bit longer, and a lot of the classic stuff along the way. It's just a really feel-good movie. I know many of you have seen this, but I've never actually reviewed this. I review horror movies, folks, but I also do the 80s archives. This is a permanent staple in the 80s culture. It's one of the more popular 80s movies that have ever been made. It has a great love story. It has a little bit of drama. It has even just a little bit of humor in it. And I enjoyed it for what it was. I can recall back in the day, my sister, and if you're watching this, you know you did this, would watch this movie obsessively, obsessively. And I remember buying her the VHS tape for Christmas one year with one of my first jobs. So if you remember that, this review is for you also. And yeah, so it's a great love story. It's got a lot of great 80s feel to it. Really good acting. The acting was superb in this film. I don't know why it would get any type of hate whatsoever. Let me know if you guys have seen Dirty Dancing. Do you dance in general? Can you do the merengue? I prepared to dance for you guys tonight, but I'm just going to hold off on that, okay? All right, y'all. This is Hobbs. Catch up with y'all later. Thanks for watching the 80s Archives. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.